Hello Taurus, Elsie here with the bonus read. How are you, my bull gang? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. And let's get to it. Let's figure out what's going on. I think I'm going to do a 9-card draw. And as you know, if you've been here before, if you are my ride or die, you'll know that I read for the current energy or the future energy. I don't intend on digging into anything in the past. If it comes up, I will acknowledge it, but we're not looking at past energies here. We're just moving forward here. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going on for Taurus, please. Tell me what Taurus needs to know. It's the most important thing that Taurus needs to know. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Emperor. We have the 8 of Swords. And we have the Judgment card. I feel like you made a decision here. You made a decision to no longer be held in the prison of your mind by the thoughts of the Emperor. For some of you, this is someone that you've left in your past. I feel like someone was caught in this energy in a constant loop in the mind, a prisoner of the mind. I couldn't get out. I couldn't stop thinking of it, but Judgment shows up and says, look, you need to make a decision. Are you going to let this happen to you again, or are you going to finish it and be done with it and carry on with something brand new? And I feel like, Taurus, you decided that the Judgment card, the decision is, I'm getting out of the 8 of Swords. I'm going to leave the Emperor in the past. This is past, current, and future energy that I'm laying down here. Tell me more about Taurus. Tell me about the current moment for Taurus, please. We do have the 10 of Swords. Yeah. Look at that. Wow. Really. I feel like you were here for a really long time, Taurus, trying to fight your way out of this bubble. Like this place that you had, pardon me, this place that you had, that you felt stuck in. I want to say you were really stuck in the mind, Taurus, for a really long time. I feel like somebody here finally released the Emperor. I feel like you maybe have released an Aries, but of course when the Emperor is here, so are all the kings, all of the wisdom of all of the kings. Some of you could have released a Libra, a Gemini, Aquarius, a Virgo, or a Pisces. But I absolutely adore that the Queen of Swords is at the center of this reading because, you know, this one is the one who's in charge. I've decided I'm liberating myself from the 8 of Swords. I love that. I'm standing up, I'm saying something, and I'm liberating myself from it. We go from the 8, and then 8 and 1 is 9, and then we have the 10. You went through this, I feel like over the last maybe... over maybe the last 20 days or so, it feels like somebody here, 19 or 20 days, you went through this cycle of, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I need to detach. And I feel like the release is here. You know, the 10 of Swords is, you know, sometimes we stay in the 8 or the 9 of Swords. 8 and 1 is 9. Sometimes we stay in the 8 or the 9 of Swords because we know that the 10 is really painful. And we don't want to have to go through the pain of actually letting go, peeling ourselves away from the idea, because it's swords, right, up in the mind, from the idea of who somebody was. I feel like you had an idea in your head of who this person was, and I don't think that that was the person that they are. I feel like this person is an Emperor, yes, but I feel like whatever it was that you thought that they were, I feel like you've decided that they are not all that. What else do we have here for Taurus? We have the Hanged Man energy. So it took you a long time. It feels like it took you a long time to make the decision to let go because you were stuck in the mind. You were stuck on the energy of the Emperor. You know, the Emperor is a bossed up energy, right? Somebody who has a lot of wisdom, somebody who probably is very successful in their life, somebody who could be a lawyer, a judge, a magistrate, somebody who could be a president or a vice president of a company, somebody who carries many companies, or this is somebody who carries it all on their own. I feel like up in the mind, you had some sort of an idea, like some sort of Disney ending going on, and I feel like you've decided to just let go of it. That you've waited long enough. And I think that you slowly have been coaxing yourself out of this Hanged Man energy for the last 20 days or so, like since the beginning of the month, since the beginning of the month of October here. I feel like you allow your intuitive energy to take over because we do have Virgo and Pisces is here. It feels like you're sacrificing the Emperor in favor of your mental health. I really kind of love that. I really, really love that for you, Taurus. Tell me more about what's coming in the future. Yep, there it is. Look at that. Single, sturdy, confident, looking good on the outside. On the inside, you built yourself to here, Taurus. We've got the Ace of Pentacles that showed up with it. 10 of Pentacles is yours. I really do feel like you released somebody. For some of you, it could be a breakup, because we have the 10 of Swords in between the Emperor and the 9 of Pentacles. So it could be a breakup for some of you. But for others of you, I think you're just letting go. You're letting go of the thought of, I feel like you cut this person away through the mind, understand? Like, I don't feel like I don't feel like you talked to them or gave them hell or anything. I feel like you just made a decision. I have to liberate myself. I've got to sacrifice the thoughts I have for the Emperor, because it's something that is not healthy for me any longer. So I feel like this future energy is saying a lot of things. When you do release something new appears. And I feel like this is a really lucrative, beautiful gift that the universe is giving you, but the universe had to allow you to have your time being caught up in the swords, the pain of the swords, because the 8 of Swords isn't a great place to be. It's obsessive thinking. And then the 10 of Swords is the hard place where you actually have to release and let it go. But the Queen of Swords is the badass, right? That's your energy, I feel. I know that you are an earth sign, but it does feel like this is the energy that you embodied here with the Queen of Swords. I've got to stand up. I've got to just cut this person away. I have to put on my armor and do this in the nicest way possible. Some of you may have talked to this person to let them go, but for most of you, I don't think you did. I don't think you spoke with them. But I feel like use this sword to liberate yourself from the 8 of Swords, and then what shows up immediately is the Ace of Pentacles, a brand new beginning in the 3D. That's very lucrative, very energetic. It's like you're feeling strong again. It's like you're feeling in charge of your thoughts again, Taurus. And we do have the Devil. Look at that. You cut away the obsessive thoughts. Look, this is a beautiful reading. We've got the 4 of Swords here. Why did you cut yourself away from the beautiful or from the hard thoughts? Because it's healing is what it is. You were healing heartbreak. We do have 3 swords here, but we have 1 here. It almost feels like you didn't know what to say. You didn't know what to do. How do I cut myself away from this? How do I gain balance in a situation where I feel like I'm feeling a little bit crazy about it? Like it feels like obsessive, like there was obsessive thoughts, right? It feels like you waited a really long time, hung here in this Hanged Man energy, trying to get a different perspective of the situation before you actually detached. I feel like somebody finally has detached from thoughts that kept them stuck, kept you stuck in a situation. And I feel like because of you releasing, sacrificing, or letting go, that the Ace of Pentacles is what shows up for you. Let me clarify just a little bit for you, friend. Let's talk about this just a little. What did it take for you to let go? Because the 10 of Swords is here, and I feel like the Queen of Swords was brave enough to finally stand up to, I feel like you weren't standing up to the Emperor. I feel like you were standing up to yourself. You're like, come on now. I just got to let it go. It's time to just let it go here. I feel like you were stuck in a place in your mind. Tell me about the 10 of Swords, please. We have the Hierophant. We have the 3 of Cups. Yay, I love it. Look at this. I'm just yelling yay. Look at this. Look at that. The Hierophant now can celebrate. Why? Oh, you know what? It comes up over and over for me, and I just got head to toe chills, Taurus. But the Queen of Swords for me, as a reader, it always seems to show up as the last lesson learned before you turn into the Empress. Whether you are the feminine or the masculine, I feel like you had to conquer your thoughts. You had to conquer this this place of where you weren't standing up, weren't speaking out, weren't cutting people off, I feel like that's what you mastered. The Queen of Swords is always the last lesson for me. It's the lesson of detachment. And detachment is a good thing, y'all. It sounds terrible, but it's a good thing. When you finally detach from the thoughts that keep you trapped, it's a time for celebration and victory. And I really love that. So look, the 10 of Swords can be a hard place to be, but I feel like you felt betrayed by this person. Either you were waiting on them and they didn't show up, or whatever the situation is. It'll be different for all of you. But I feel like you felt felt like this person was in charge of your thoughts, that you could not stop thinking about them. So it feels like here that with the Ten of Swords, the release of this brings celebration, brings happiness, brings you getting more social and getting back to doing the things that you want to do for you. I really do feel that this hard situation here has turned you into the Empress and has taught you a lesson, because when the Hierophant shows up, that's your energy, Taurus. When the Hierophant shows up for me in some cases, it's a lesson learned. The lesson is I don't have to be stuck here. I can celebrate. We do have the Two of Cups. I feel like for some of you, it was like you were holding out this pentacle, waiting for the Emperor to come by and take it. Look, I'm available. And I feel like it's like a feeling of I'm in love with you, but even though I'm in love, I've got to move on. I've got to keep going. And I feel like that's what's happening here. And I really love that the Queen of Swords is at the center of all things, because this is, the powerful queen. This is the one who is highly intelligent, knows what to say, is very forward, very not aggressive, but assertive. This is somebody who's decided to, in the kindest way that I can, because she's wearing angel wings, but she's carrying a sword and she's got armor on. So she's kind of both beautiful, soft, and hard as well. So masculine or feminine energy, take it as it's yours. Somebody has finally cut the last, has finally detached from this, the thoughts of the Emperor. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. We've got the Seven of Cups, we've got the King of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. I really do feel that detachment is the key here, because it feels like you were confused with your emotions. They were all over the place. You didn't know what to do. It's like, this person here is reaching for the heart. It's like, but I can't detach because I really love this person. But the thing is all you were getting was confusion and mixed signals. And, sometimes they would talk and sometimes they wouldn't. For some of you, it's been all in thoughts. Like maybe this person was someone that you conjured up, that you thought that the Emperor was coming back, and the Emperor really was never coming back. It feels like with the King of Swords energy here, the King of Swords, you finally came to a ruling. You decided it's got to be this way. What's got to be this way is the Five of Pentacles. I just need to detach. I need to detach and not worry about what's going on here. So I feel like it was almost like this King of Swords shows up to cut through all of the confusion, to make clarity in a confusing time. And I feel like this Queen shows up because of the detachment here, because you just needed to detach from these emotions, from the way you were stuck in the mind. It feels like it's like the King shows up and makes it very clear and logical to you that it's time to release or time to sacrifice the thoughts that you were having about this Emperor. The Emperor could be feminine or masculine. Look, we have the Emperor and the Empress. And the thing is this is what's confusing, right? Is that you two people are on the same vibration. And so there are many Emperors, there are many Empresses, and you chose to be stuck to this one. You could be the Emperor or the Empress. Take it as it resonates for you. But it's time, I feel it's time to let it go. And so you did. And so it's time to get out of this Hanged Man energy here. Tell me about this. It feels like you finally gained a perspective that it's just time to let go. I've got to carry on with other things. I've got to make this decision, whether it's going to be hard or not. We've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Page of Wands. There you are, off on another path, and quite quickly. Like, I think you're going to be sort of astonished or maybe surprised at how easily it is to carry on forward, to carry on doing whatever it is that you want. Once you go through this healing process here, the Knight of Swords is showing up, and the Knight of Swords is moving quickly, right? Moving quickly onto this new path with the Page of Wands. Excitement, fun. I don't know what's in front of me, but I'm going anyway. And we've got the Seven of Wands, and we've got one wand in the hand of the Page, which is 8. Things start to pick up. Once you sacrifice or release finally, things start to move really quick. These are all energies of moving really quickly into the future here. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles, please. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. So somebody here, you could have been in a relationship with the Emperor. Maybe you are the Empress, you're in a relationship, but you're becoming single because somebody is releasing the Emperor or the Empress. Take it as it resonates for you. Tell me about this Nine of Pentacles, please. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles for Taurus. We've got the Ten of Swords, yeah. exactly. The 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, we've got the 4 of Wands, and we've got the 3 of Swords. So this is the reason why a lot of people never really get to the 10 of Swords, because they know it's going to be painful, right? It's going to be heartbreaking and sad. I feel like somebody here is supposed to be writing down their thoughts. There's a journal on the bed, and so I feel like you're supposed to be writing down your thoughts. I feel that's where you will get stability of the mind. You'll get this 4 of Wands, mental stability, because this can be a hard place to be, right? While you're in the midst of release, I feel like it can be a really hard place to be. And in order to get stability of your emotions or of your thoughts, I feel like it's what you need to be focused on is your Pentacle world, which is the 9 of Pentacles. The 8 is the place of working on the self, right? And I feel like you've come through this energy of self-mastery, that you realize there's just this is now holding me back from everything that I've ever wanted in the future. And I feel like it's a big realization. It's a big realization that I just need to make a decision to get up and cut things away here. Tell me about the Ace of Coins. What does that bring? Because that can be anything. That's a lot of abundance, right? Abundance is a big word that covers a lot of things. Tell me about the Ace of Coins. What is this abundance that's arriving here for Taurus? We do have the 9 of Cups, we have the Knight of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. Look, I feel like it's the beginning of something really happy, possibly even a romantic connection for some of you. We do have the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment, right? Just going to look at this here. Yeah, it's emotional wish fulfillment, and I feel like you have finally realized that the new path is here, that you just had to detach from the old one in order to get the new one. We do have the Knight of Cups here, which is slow moving energy. So what I want to say is that once you get your footing in this new chapter, this new cycle of the Ace of Coins, I feel like some sort of romantic interest shows up here, and it makes you ultimately happy. I feel like you let go or released the Emperor or the Empress, and it's bringing you nothing but good news and happiness. Tell me about the Devil. Why is the Devil here, please? We have the 4 of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Queen of Cups. I feel like the Devil is telling me that you still have a fear of because I feel like whether it was the Emperor or the Empress you were dealing with, I feel like you were waiting for this person because they maybe gave you an indication that they might be back, or maybe it was all made up in your mind. Take it as it resonates for you. Maybe it's just time to let go of it. It's never going to happen. And the 4 of Pentacles is telling me, it's almost, okay, it's sort of interesting because Charlie just showed me shoving like a puppet, like a marionette or a puppet in a box, and it feels like you've shoved the Devil in the box. I want to say, and he's not coming out. You're not letting him out. But we do have the Ace of Cups, and we do have the Queen of Cups. So I feel like what this has done here is that it has brought you to a place of now you're listening to your intuition. I feel like detachment from the Emperor or the Empress was really imperative to teach you the lesson of you can't move on unless you move on with your intuition. I feel like it makes you more kind, more compassionate to people who are troubled, because I feel like the Devil is telling me it was trouble or doubt or fear or obsession, and it feels like somebody has now stuck the Devil in a box. You're not getting out of there. I'm just going to keep you there, and that's going to help me carry on to the Ace of Cups with the Queen of Cups. So for somebody here, you might be meeting someone who is Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Coming up, a brand new path of love might be coming back, or coming up, I should say, not be coming back, but coming up, because I feel like you finally are, you've put the Devil in the box and you're not letting him out. That's what it feels like. You could be dealing with Libra or Taurus. We've got Aries here. We've got more Taurus here. We've also got Virgo and Pisces, got Capricorn, Pisces. Yeah, I'll just leave that there. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, lots of that. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy as well. I'm going to leave that right here. Taurus, I hope that was something that made sense to you or something that you needed to hear. But it feels like somebody is finally embodied the Queen of Swords and is moving into their Empress energy or their Emperor energy. Take it as it resonates through this beautiful lesson of detachment. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys, and I'm out. Bye-bye.